My name is Dan Graham.
And I'm Chrissie Iles, Anne and Joel Ehrenkranz Curator at the Whitney Museum. Dan Graham moved to New York from New Jersey in the early 1960s and opened a gallery that brought him into contact with many of the emerging artists of the day, including Sol LeWitt, Donald Judd, Dan Flavin and Robert Smithson. It was a short-lived project. Graham is a thinker rather than a businessman, but it was a fantastic springboard. After the gallery closed, Graham launched into one of the most diverse and influential careers in contemporary art, making conceptual art, films, videos, performances, installations, photography, and quasi-architectural, what he calls pavilions. Many of these pavilions are for outdoor spaces, but he also builds some for interior spaces. Dan Graham isn't so interested in museums as repositories for precious objects as in the museum as a social space. He designed Heart Pavillion in 1991 for the Carnegie International Museum at the Carnegie Museum in Pittsburgh.
And I think the lobby is always important, more because that's a romantic pickup place. So I put a heart there. This is the entrance over here. You can see this material is called one-way mirror when it's used for corporations. It reflects the light in this mirror, but here it's both transparent and reflective. So people can see themselves seeing on both sides.
Graham uses complex geometric forms and a variety of reflective and semi-transparent surfaces to invite the public to question the space that we in the work are in, how we perceive each other and how we perceive ourselves. Graham has invited this response throughout his career in works in many mediums, from performance to film to video. In his first architectural installation, Public Space to Audiences, the viewers perform for each other.
So they are actually in a showcase situation, and what's on display is the people and their perceptual processes, and they flow in and out. Here the glass is very thick, acoustically insulating. You can't hear people, and you see an image of yourself as kind of a ghost, as in a showcase window. But then you see yourself back here, so people see each other as a group, seeing themselves and being seen by other people.
Graham was fascinated by television and early video, and he often used video feedback to create new relationships between the audience and the artwork. The work Opposing Mirror and Video Monitors on Time Delay is just what its title says, but its visual effect is complex, sometimes even a little confusing.
This video camera is aimed at a mirror and an image of the monitor, and it's transported 6 seconds delayed onto this monitor. And this monitor then, so people can see themselves. 6 seconds time delay is seen by people on the other side. They could also see themselves in the mirror. And of course with time delay, it's a kind of extended present time, very much like drug time. You have replications of all these times, 6 seconds, 12, 18, 24 seconds time delay, because it's re-reflected. See, it's much more complex than you might think. But I think people, particularly kids, can race back and forth, and it's a real crowd pleaser.